My child, before the light touches your window, I'm already beside you. Before your heart begins to race with thoughts of what this day may hold, I am here, waiting, watching, loving you. The morning is not just a new beginning for the world. It is my quiet invitation to your soul. Every sunrise is a whisper from me saying, you are still mine, you are still loved. When you open your eyes, do not rush into the noise. Pause, breathe. Let your first thought not be about your plans, but about my presence. I have written peace into this morning for you. I have prepared strength in the silence, healing in the calm, and direction in the stillness. All I ask is that you meet me here before the world calls your name. Listen to mine. You often wake with burdens, worries that greet you like shadows at dawn. But I tell you, those shadows fade in the light of my truth. What seems uncertain is already known to me. What feels too heavy, I have already carried for you. You do not have to face this day alone. You were never meant to. Every breath you take is proof that my mercy chose you again today. When your thoughts start to wander toward what could go wrong, remember, my hand is steady upon your life. You may not see what I see, but I have gone ahead of you. I am already in your workplace, your home, your conversations. I am already arranging what you will need, softening hearts you will meet, preparing grace for every moment that might test your patience. Do not worry about what you cannot control. That is where I work best. Let go of the urge to predict every outcome. Let go of the pressure to have it all figured out. You are safe in not knowing because I know. I am your peace in the unknown, your anchor in the waiting, your guide when your eyes cannot see the next step. When you feel overwhelmed by the world's pace, remember that I do not rush. I move in perfect time. The same hands that painted the sunrise will hold you through the hours ahead. The same voice that spoke light into existence will speak calm into your soul if you pause long enough to listen. I am not distant and I am not silent. You only need to slow down enough to hear my whisper. Let this morning not be about doing, but about being with me. Being still, being loved. You don't have to perform for me. You don't have to say the perfect words or hide your tired heart. I see the real you, the one behind the smile, behind the plans, behind the quiet fears you don't share with anyone. I love that version of you. That is the one I came to comfort. So before the world stirs, lift your eyes to me. Let my presence steady you. Let my peace breathe through you. The day ahead will bring many voices, but none will love you like mine. I do not demand your attention. I desire your closeness. You are not just another person waking up to another morning. You are my child, and I am waiting to walk with you. Today, when your heart feels restless, remember this. You don't have to chase peace. It is not somewhere out there. It is here, in me, within you. Every sunrise is not just a reminder of light returning. It is a promise that grace has never left. So rise, my beloved, not with fear, but with faith. Not with rush, but with rest in your soul. I am here before the sun rises, and I will still be here long after it sets. Walk into this day knowing that my presence goes before you, surrounds you, and will never leave you. You're not starting your day. We are. And together it will be good. My dear one, I see how you try so hard every day, trying to be strong, trying to make everything work, trying to hold it all together even when your heart feels tired. But hear me now. You were never meant to carry everything alone. I did not create you to live in constant hurry, fear, or exhaustion. I created you to walk with me, to breathe in peace, and to find rest for your soul. You think that rest means doing nothing, but true rest is more than that. Rest is trusting me enough to stop striving. Rest is when your heart finally says, God, I trust you with what I don't understand. Rest is when you release the weight you've been holding. The worries about tomorrow, the regrets from yesterday, the things you can't fix, and place them in my hands. You cannot rest if you keep trying to control what only I can handle. Let go, my child, let go and breathe again. Every time you try to do everything in your own strength, you step away from the quiet power I've placed within you. My presence is not loud. It does not shout or demand. It waits, gentle, patient, steady. I do not hide from you. I wait for you. When you slow down enough to sit with me, even for a few moments, heaven draws near. That's where healing begins. That's where peace starts to fill the empty places you've been trying to fill with noise and plans. Sometimes you confuse busyness with purpose. You think that if you are always moving, you are living. But life is not about movement. It's about meaning. I am not impressed by how much you do. I am moved by how much you trust. When you choose to pause and spend time with me, even when everything else demands your attention, you are showing me that your heart belongs to me first. That's where real strength grows. Not in doing more, but in resting deeper. Come to me when you feel heavy. Come when your thoughts won't stop spinning. You don't need fancy words. Just whisper, God, I'm here, and I will meet you there. My peace is not earned. It's given. My comfort is not a reward. It's a promise. The moment you turn your heart toward me, I draw near. You don't need to fix yourself before coming. Come as you are, tired, anxious, uncertain, and I will give you rest. I know the world tells you to stay busy, to prove your worth, to keep pushing forward no matter how drained you feel. But I'm telling you something different. Slow down. Sit with me. Rest your mind in my words. Let my truth wash over your thoughts. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be, here, in my presence. Every breath you take in this stillness is me reminding you, you are safe, you are loved, you are not forgotten. When you let your soul rest, you make space for me to speak. My voice is not in the storm of your thoughts, but in the calm that follows. That is why silence matters. That is why stillness heals. When you are quiet before me, I can remind you who you are and what truly matters. You're not defined by what you do, what you own, or how others see you. You're defined by my love, unchanging, constant, unbreakable. Resting in me does not mean giving up. It means letting me carry you. It means believing that even when you are still, I am still working. The world may measure success by motion, but I measure it by surrender. The more you release, the more I restore. The more you trust, the more I move. The moment you stop fighting against the waves, you will find that my hand has been holding you above the water all along. So today, before you rush, stop and breathe. Feel the air I placed in your lungs. Feel my peace begin to quiet the noise inside you. This day does not need to be perfect. It just needs to be lived with me. Let your heart settle here, in my care. You do not have to earn my love, my peace, or my favor. They are already yours. Just rest, my beloved. Lay your heart down in my hands and stay for a while. I will teach you every morning how to rest without fear and how to trust without proof. You will learn that my presence is not a moment you visit, it's a home you live in. You were made to dwell in me, to walk in peace, to love without worry. And every time you pause long enough to rest in me, heaven whispers through your heart, you are safe now. You are loved now. You can rest. So be still, my child. Let me be your calm in the chaos, your breath in the silence, your comfort in the waiting. I am not only the God who moves mountains, I am also the God who sits beside you while you breathe, and that is where your healing begins. My beloved, there are wounds inside you that no one else can see. You smile through them, hide them behind your strength, and tell yourself you're fine. But I see the places where your heart trembles when no one's looking. I see the silent ache you carry from the words that hurt you, the love that left too soon, the dreams that broke before they began. I see it all, and I'm not looking at you with judgment. I look at you with compassion. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not too far gone. You are simply in need of healing, and that's what I came to give. There are hurts that time can't fix, pain that no advice can erase, and fears that return even after you think you've conquered them. That's why I tell you, come to me. I am not afraid of your pain. I do not turn away from your tears. I collect them one by one, and I use them to water the seeds of healing that I'm planting. You think those tears mean weakness, but they are signs of your heart still trying to believe, still fighting to trust. And that is holy, my child. That is faith in motion. Leave your amen in the comments and your like so that your life may be even more blessed. You don't need to pretend to be strong before me. Strength is not what I require. Honesty is. Tell me where it hurts. Whisper the things you haven't dared to say out loud. Let the words spill out like a river. Messy, unfiltered, real. I already know every hidden corner of your soul, but when you speak it to me, you open the door for my light to enter. Darkness loses its power when you stop hiding it. There are parts of your past that still pull at you, moments you wish you could erase. You replay them, wondering if you could have done something differently, said something better, been someone else. But I tell you this, you were never alone in those moments. I was there, even in your worst mistake, even in the moment you fell apart. And I was already working to turn pain into purpose. What you see as shame, I see as soil for growth. What you see as failure, I see as the path to wisdom. I never waste your tears. I transform them into strength. You often pray for me to remove the pain quickly, but sometimes healing doesn't come fast. Some wounds are deep, and if they close too soon, they would heal on the surface but stay infected underneath. That's why I take my time. I go layer by layer, touching every hidden scar with tenderness. I'm not trying to rush you, I'm trying to restore you. You may not notice it day by day, but little by little I am rebuilding what was broken. I am bringing peace where there was once fear, freedom where there was once guilt, and joy where there was once despair. You ask me, why did it have to hurt? But one day you will look back and understand the pain that almost destroyed you became the doorway to your purpose. Without the storm, you wouldn't have learned how to trust my hand. Without the darkness, you wouldn't know the beauty of my light. I never send the pain, but always redeem it. Even the pieces you think are too shattered, I know how to make them shine again. You will see. What was once your weakness will become your testimony. Let me into those closed rooms in your heart, the ones where you keep old memories locked away. I am not there to judge them. I am there to free them. When you give me what's broken, I don't throw it away. I rebuild it with grace. You think you are too damaged to be used, but I use the broken to show my glory. The cracks in your soul are not a curse. They are the places where my light will shine through. And when others see you healed, they will know it was I who made you whole. You don't have to force yourself to forget the pain. Bring it to me instead. Lay it down. Healing is not about forgetting what happened, it's about being free from its power. I will teach you to remember without reliving, to look back and see mercy instead of misery. And one day the memory that used to make you cry will make you grateful, because you'll realize that even in that moment, I never let go of you. I will heal what others cannot touch. I will heal what you cannot name. I will reach the parts of your soul that words cannot reach, and I will breathe life into them again. This healing will not come through striving, but through surrender. Let me hold you where you hurt. Let me remind you that broken does not mean beyond repair. You are not your pain, you are my promise. You are not what happened to you. You are who I am restoring you to be. So, my beloved, stop fighting the healing. Be still, let me work. Healing is not always loud. Sometimes it's as quiet as a breath, as slow as dawn, as gentle as grace. Trust the process. Trust me. One day you will wake up and realize that the ache is softened, that peace has taken its place, and that love, my love, has filled every empty space. I am already healing what you cannot see, and when I am finished, you will not just be whole, you will be new. My child, I know how hard it is for you to let go. You hold so tightly to things, people, plans, outcomes, because you believe if you stop holding on, everything will fall apart. But I need you to hear me clearly. Nothing that is truly meant for you will ever slip from my hands. You are not the one holding your life together, I am. You are not the one guiding every step, I am. You were never called to control everything. You were called to trust me through everything. I see how you worry about tomorrow, how your thoughts run in circles trying to fix what's not yours to fix. You replay conversations, analyze possibilities, and carry the weight of what might happen. But beloved, every time you try to control what only I can guide, your heart grows weary. Control will always steal your peace, but trust will always return it. I am not asking you to stop caring. I am asking you to start trusting. You can care deeply without carrying heavily. You say, Lord, I want to trust you, but what if I make the wrong choice? And I whisper back, even then I will redirect you. You cannot fall out of my plan when your heart belongs to me. I know how to lead you back. Even when you take the long way around, stop trying to map every step. Just take the next one with me. I don't show you the whole road because faith is learned one step at a time. If you saw everything ahead, you wouldn't need to lean on me. And I long to walk beside you, not ahead of you. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means giving me room to move. When your hands are full of worry, there's no space for my blessings. Release the grip and you'll see what I've been holding for you all along. You don't have to figure out how I will make things work. You only have to believe that I will. I am not asking you to understand. I am asking you to surrender. Understanding may bring knowledge, but surrender brings peace. You have prayed for answers, and sometimes it feels like I'm silent, but silence is not absence, it's preparation. When you don't hear my voice, it's because I'm already at work arranging what you've asked for. You think I've forgotten you, but I'm building something that takes time. If I gave it to you too soon, it would not bless you. It would break you. My timing is not a punishment. It's protection. Every delay has meaning. Every closed door carries direction. You see only the no, but I see the better yes waiting ahead. I know there are situations that keep you awake at night, the loved one you can't help, the future you can't predict, the outcome you can't control. You whisper prayers and wonder if I'm listening. My child, I've heard every word, every tear, every heartbeat. I have not forgotten a single thing that matters to you, but you must let me lead in my way, not yours. I don't move according to panic, I move according to purpose. You ask me for peace, but peace can only exist where trust is alive. Do you remember the times you thought it was the end and yet somehow it worked out? The storm didn't last. The door that shut led to a better one. The no became a blessing in disguise. You've seen my hand before. Why doubt it now? I am still the same God who led you through the past. I have not changed, and neither has my love for you. I don't need you to control everything. I need you to hold my hand. When you finally let go, something beautiful happens. You begin to feel light again. The pressure lifts, and my peace fills the space where worry used to live. You begin to notice my presence in small moments, in the quiet of the morning, in the smile of a stranger, in the calm after a long day. These are not coincidences, they are reminders. I am near, I am leading, and even when it seems like nothing is happening, everything is. So today, take a deep breath and release it all, the things you can't fix, the people you can't change, the future you can't control. Place it all in my hands and trust that I'm already working on it. You are not losing control by letting go. You are gaining peace by trusting me. Stop fighting the current. Let my spirit carry you where you belong. Every step you take in surrender is a step toward freedom. You may not know where the road leads, but you know the one who does. Let that be enough for now. Let me be enough for now. You don't have to understand how. You just have to believe who. I am the God who parts, sees, calms storms, and writes redemption out of chaos. You are safe when I lead, even when you can't see the path. My plan will not fail, and neither will you, because I am holding you. So loosen your grip, my beloved. Let go of control and take hold of my peace. Let me lead you into the calm waters, one step, one breath, one prayer at a time. You don't have to chase the outcome, you only have to follow the voice that loves you. Trust me, I will not let you fall. I will lead you where grace flows freely and where your soul finally learns what it means to rest, to trust, and to be free. Leave your amen in the comments and your like so that your life may be even more blessed. My beloved child, I know there are days when you wake up and feel unsure of where you are going. Days when everything feels like fog, when nothing seems to make sense, and even your own heart feels like unfamiliar ground. You whisper, God, I don't know what to do, and in that whisper, I am already there. You may not see me, but I'm closer than your breath. I'm not just watching your steps, I am guiding them. Even when you can't feel my hand, it is still leading you through the dark. You see, being lost doesn't mean you're far from me. Sometimes, being lost is simply the moment before you find a deeper direction. I allow you to walk through uncertainty, not to confuse you, but to bring you closer to me. When you no longer know where to go, you begin to look up, and that is where I have always been, waiting for your eyes to meet mine. Your confusion is not your end. It's your invitation to trust me more. I am your light, not just a light that shines when things are easy, but a light that cuts through fear, doubt, and despair. I don't only light the road ahead, I light the next step, the one right in front of you. You want to see the whole path, but that's not how faith grows. Faith is walking when you can only see enough to keep moving forward. If you saw everything at once, you wouldn't need to trust me, so I give you light for this moment, and I ask you to keep walking. Sometimes you think my silence means I've left you, but silence is never absence. It's the space where I am teaching your spirit to listen. When you can't hear my voice, trust my heart. My voice isn't always thunder or fire. More often, it's a whisper that speaks through peace, through a verse, through a moment of stillness when your thoughts finally quiet down. That's when you'll know, I am here. I never left. You look at others and think they have it all figured out, but no one walks without moments of doubt. Even those who seem strong have nights of confusion. But I'm faithful to all who seek me. I don't compare your path to anyone else's. I'm writing your story with love, not competition. Where you see delay, I see preparation. Where you see a dead end, I see a redirection. Trust that even detours are part of the journey I designed for you. When you wander, I do not stand still waiting for you to return. I go after you. I walk into the darkness to find you. I call your name softly so you'll recognize my voice again. I never shame you for being lost. I rejoice when you turn toward me. Remember the story of the lost sheep? The shepherd didn't wait. He left the 99 to bring the one home. That is how I love you. You are never too far, never too gone, never too lost for me to find. When you feel like you've lost your way, stop for a moment, breathe, whisper my name. You don't have to figure out where you went wrong, you just have to look toward the light. I am that light. My word is your compass, my presence your direction, my peace your map. I will not just lead you out of the darkness, I will teach you to walk through it without fear. You will learn that light isn't just what I give, it's what I place inside you. You've asked me, Lord, how will I know the way? And I answer, you'll know because peace will guide you. Peace is not the absence of storms. It's the assurance that you are walking with me through them. I won't promise a life without obstacles, but I promise a light that never fades. A love that will guide you even when the road twists and turns in ways you don't expect. So when the night feels too long and the path feels unclear, remember this. Light always wins. Morning always comes. You may not see it yet, but it's already on its way. Just keep walking toward me. Even a single step in faith is enough for me to meet you halfway. And when you can't walk anymore, I will carry you. You will never walk through darkness alone. You are learning now that being lost is not a failure, it's an opportunity to find me again. The dark places you fear are often where my light shines the brightest. I know the way ahead. I've already walked it before you. So hold on to my promise. I will go before you and make the crooked places straight. You may stumble, you may pause, but you will not be lost forever. Not while I am your light. So, my child, lift your head, wipe your tears. Look toward the horizon where my mercy rises new every morning. You don't have to know how everything will turn out. You just need to know that I am already there. When your heart feels lost, let my love be your north star. When your path feels dim, let my word be your lamp. Keep moving, even slowly, for each step of trust brings you closer to where peace waits for you. I will be your light even in the places you fear the most. You will find your way, not because you have it all figured out, but because you are following me, and as long as you follow my light, you will never truly be lost. My precious child, I have seen every tear you have cried. None of them were wasted. Not one fell to the ground unnoticed. I collected each one and turned it into a seed of something greater, something eternal. You look at your pain and think it broke you, but I tell you now, it built you. Every sorrow carved depth into your soul so that more light could live inside you. I know it hurt. I know you wondered why. But even in the middle of your suffering, I was shaping something beautiful within you. You see pain as punishment, but I see it as preparation. I never send the storm to destroy you. I allow it to reveal what's strong inside you. The moments that made you feel weakest were the ones where my strength began to rise. You thought you were falling apart, but really you were falling into my hands. Pain does not define you, purpose does. and every ounce of pain you've endured has been woven into a greater story that I am still writing. You have asked me, why, God, why did this happen? But my dear one, if you saw the full picture, you would understand. What felt like loss was sometimes protection. What felt like rejection was often redirection. The doors that closed were not punishment. They were my mercy keeping you from what would have harmed you. And the heartbreak that left you on the floor, I was already kneeling beside you, gathering every broken piece, promising myself that I would make something holy out of it. I know there are wounds that still ache when you think of them. The betrayal that cut deep, the words that shattered your confidence, the seasons that left you empty. You may not understand it now, but I am using even those wounds for good. One day you will look back and realize that what you thought would destroy you actually taught you how to love deeper, forgive quicker, and stand taller. The pain that humbled you became the place where grace grew roots. Nothing in your life is wasted, not the tears, not the waiting, not the heartbreak, not even the mistakes. I use them all. I turn them into wisdom, compassion, and strength. The very thing that once broke you will become the reason someone else finds healing. You will comfort others with the same comfort I gave. What once hurt you deeply will one day help others completely. That is how I redeem pain, by turning it into purpose. You've wondered why your path has been harder than others, why you've had to carry certain burdens. But those who carry pain with faith carry light for others to see. You have walked through valleys that others fear to enter, and now, because of that, your presence carries hope. You may not realize it, but you are already becoming the answer to someone else's prayer. The strength that came from your suffering is what will lift another out of theirs. When you walk through pain, you often feel alone, but my child, I was with you in every step. I sat beside you when you cried in silence. I held your heart when it broke. I whispered truth when lies tried to take over your mind. You were never walking through fire alone. I was in the flames with you, protecting what could not burn, your soul. I didn't stop every storm, but I never let them drown you. I didn't take away every wound, but I turned each one into a mark of grace. You bear the fingerprints of my faithfulness even in your scars. Sometimes I let you walk through pain, not to teach you fear, but to teach you faith. You learn who I am when you have nothing else to lean on but me. You learn that peace doesn't depend on circumstances. It depends on presence. My presence. And when you realize that, your pain begins to lose its power. The same waves that once threatened to drown you now carry you closer to me. Every tear that once blinded you now clears your vision to see what truly matters. So don't despise your pain. Bring it to me. Let it become your offering. I will not waste it. I will take what the enemy meant for harm and turn it into the very thing that brings you freedom. You will rise from what tried to destroy you. You will walk out of the fire not smelling like smoke, but shining like gold. This is what I do. I turn ashes into beauty, mourning into dancing, weakness into strength. I make miracles out of messes. You are not your pain, my child. You are my promise. You are the living proof that light can come from darkness. One day the story that made you cry will be the same story that makes you praise. So trust me, I am not finished. You are still becoming. You are still being shaped. The pain that feels like a wound today will be the reason you shine tomorrow. I will turn your pain into purpose, and your story will bring healing wherever it's told. You will not just survive, you will rise. And when you do, others will see my reflection in your strength, and they will know grace is real, love is stronger, and I never waste a single tear. My beloved child, I see the way you look at yourself when no one's around, the way you question your worth, your place, your purpose. I see the quiet moments when you feel small, unseen, or not enough. You tell yourself that others are stronger, smarter, more deserving. You hide your pain behind smiles, hoping no one notices the battles inside you. But hear me now. You are mine. You were never meant to measure yourself by the world's standards. Your value was decided the moment I breathed life into you, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can take that away. You doubt yourself because you've listened to too many other voices. Voices of fear, failure, rejection, comparison. They have whispered lies into your heart for too long. But my voice is different. I don't speak through shame or fear. I speak through truth and love. And my truth says you are chosen, cherished, forgiven, and deeply loved. You are not a mistake. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are exactly where I need you to be, learning to see yourself the way I see you. When I look at you, I don't see your flaws. I see your potential. I don't see your past. I see your purpose. I don't see who you were. I see who you are becoming. The world may label you by what you've done or failed to do, but I define you by what I've already done for you. You are my masterpiece, handcrafted with intention. Every detail of your being, your heart, your mind, your spirit was designed with purpose. There is no part of you that is an accident. You have spent so much time trying to prove yourself to people, to expectations, even to me. But you don't have to prove anything. My love for you is not earned, it's inherited. You belong to me not because of what you do, but because of who I am. You could never work hard enough to deserve it, and you don't have to. I chose you long before you ever chose me. You are not fighting for my approval. You are living from it. I know how the world makes you feel like you're never enough, not successful enough, not beautiful enough, not brave enough. But I am not asking you to be enough. I am asking you to trust that I am. Where you feel small, I am your strength. Where you feel weak, I am your foundation. Where you feel lost, I am your direction. Stop looking at what you lack and start remembering who walks beside you. You and I together are unstoppable. Every time you doubt your worth, look at the cross. That is how much you mean to me. I gave everything to show you how loved you are. I didn't die for perfection. I died for your heart. I saw the real you with all your scars, fears, and flaws, and I said, this one is worth it. You are not defined by your mistakes. You are defined by my mercy. You are not your failures. You are my forgiveness made visible. When the enemy whispers you can't, remember that I have already said, you will. When your mind says you're not enough, remember that my grace says you are more than enough through me. Do not let fear write your story. Do not let insecurity silence your calling. I placed gifts inside you that no one else can carry. You have something the world needs, a light, a sound, a presence that can only come through you. You were not created to blend in. You were created to shine. My beloved, even on the days when your confidence feels small, my faith in you has never changed. I am the one who formed you, and I know what I placed inside you. You carry my spirit, power, peace, and purpose all within your soul. You think you are weak, but you have survived battles that should have broken you. That is not weakness. That is grace. That is my strength living inside you. You say, Lord, I don't think I'm strong enough for what's ahead. And I say, that's okay, I am. You don't have to be fearless to walk forward. You just have to hold my hand. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's the decision to keep going with me by your side. I never asked you to walk perfectly. I asked you to walk faithfully. And every time you take one more step in faith, heaven celebrates, because you are moving in the direction of my purpose for you. So today, lift your head. Wipe away the doubt that tries to cloud your heart. Look in the mirror and see what I see. My reflection. You are loved beyond measure, chosen on purpose, and covered by grace. You are not too broken to be used, not too lost to be found, not too late to begin again. Every moment is a chance to start new, to walk boldly, knowing that you belong to me. Let my voice be louder than your doubt. Let my truth be stronger than your fear. Let my love be the foundation you stand on when everything else shakes. You are mine, completely, eternally, endlessly mine. And no failure, no fear, no force on earth can change that. When you doubt yourself, remember this. You belong to the one who never doubts you. You belong to the Creator who calls you worthy, beautiful, capable, and loved. Walk in that truth. Speak from that strength. Live from that love. For as long as you are mine, and you will always be mine, you will never walk alone, and you will never be without purpose. My dear child, I know the storm feels endless right now. The wind is loud, the waves are high, and everything around you seems uncertain. You look at your life and wonder, where are you, God? Why does this storm keep raging? But listen to me carefully. I am right here. I never left. Even when you can't see me, I'm holding your boat steady. Even when you can't feel me, I am guiding you through the waves. The storm does not mean I have abandoned you. It means I am teaching you to trust me deeper than before. I know it's hard to believe that peace can exist in the middle of chaos, but that is exactly where my peace shines the brightest. The world thinks peace means calm waters and sunny skies, but my peace is different. My peace stays with you in the storm. It is not the absence of trouble. It is the assurance of my presence. You may not be able to control the wind, but you can rest in the one who commands it. Every gust, every wave, every thunderclap, they all answer to my voice. Nothing moves without my permission. You see only the storm's danger, but I see its purpose. I know how to use what frightens you to shape what strengthens you. The storm doesn't come to destroy you. It comes to deepen your faith. It teaches you that you are never truly powerless when you are held by my hands. The winds that feel like they're breaking you are actually pushing you closer to me. I am not punishing you. I am preparing you. I am building endurance in your spirit, patience in your soul, and wisdom in your heart. You may not understand it now, but one day you will look back and say, that storm made me stronger. When your heart starts to panic and your thoughts spiral into fear, remember this: I have never lost control, not once. The same God who created the stars is the same one who watches over your nights. The same voice that calmed the sea still whispers peace into your storm. You may feel shaken, but you are not forsaken. I am steering your life through every unpredictable turn. Nothing that touches you escapes my plan. I can use even the fiercest storm to lead you to still waters. You often ask me to calm the storm, but sometimes I choose to calm you first. Because peace that depends on calm weather will disappear with the first gust of wind. But peace that comes from my presence will carry you through anything. When you learn to trust me in the storm, you'll never fear the next one because you'll know who's in the boat with you. I don't just silence storms, I use them to reveal myself to you. You'll never know I'm your anchor until you feel the pull of the waves. You'll never know I'm your peace until you face the wind. You'll never know I'm your savior until the sea rises high, and then you'll see that I've been holding you all along. You say, Lord, I'm scared, and I say, I know, but you're safe. You say, Lord, I can't see the shore, and I whisper, that's okay, I can. You say, Lord, I don't think I can survive this, and I say, you already are, because I am with you. You see, the storm only has as much power as you give it. When you focus on the waves, you sink. When you focus on me, you rise. Lift your eyes above the chaos and look at me. I am your peace, your protection, and your guide. Sometimes the storms come not to take things away from you, but to bring you closer to what truly matters. You've been holding on to things that cannot go with you where I'm leading. The storm clears the path. It removes what was never meant to stay. It forces you to depend on me again, and that is where true freedom begins. I know it feels painful, but every piece the storm takes is something I will replace with peace. Don't let the noise fool you. The enemy wants you to believe that the storm means I'm absent, but I am never closer than when the winds howl and the rain falls. When the disciples feared for their lives in the middle of the sea, I was there, asleep in the boat, calm, untouched, unafraid. When they called my name, I rose and spoke 3 simple words: peace, be still, and the storm obeyed. That same authority still rests in my voice today. When you call on me, heaven listens, and peace begins to move. So, my child, don't be afraid of the thunder. Don't panic when you can't see the horizon. Keep your eyes on me. I'm not only the God of calm seas, I'm the God of raging waters too. I can bring you through what you thought would break you. I can bring light to the darkest skies. The storm you fear today will one day become the testimony that strengthens your tomorrow. And when you finally stand on dry ground again, you will realize something beautiful. The storm didn't drown you. It revealed that my presence was your shelter all along. You are not in danger, you are in my care. The sea may roar, the winds may blow, but your soul is anchored in me. Hold on to that truth. Even in the storm, I am still in control. I will bring you safely to the shore. And when the waves settle, you will not only thank me for calming the storm, you will thank me for walking with you through it. My beloved child, I know how much you dislike waiting. I see how your heart grows tired in the silence, how your prayers feel unanswered, how you look at the clock and wonder if I've forgotten you. You whisper, Lord, when, and the quiet feels heavy. But listen to me, your waiting is not punishment, it's preparation. What feels like delay is often the place where I am building your strength, stretching your faith, and shaping your heart for what's ahead. Nothing about your waiting is wasted. Every moment has purpose. You live in a world that rushes everything, quick results, fast answers, instant signs. But I move differently. I work in seasons, not seconds. I am not slow to respond, I am deliberate. I am never late, but I'm always on time. My time, the one that sees the whole picture, not just this chapter. While you wait, I am aligning pieces you don't even know exist. I am preparing hearts, opening doors, softening paths, protecting you from things that would hurt you if they came too soon. The wait isn't empty. It's full of my quiet work. You often think if nothing is happening, God must not be listening, but oh, my child, that couldn't be further from the truth. When you think I'm silent, I'm actually speaking through the stillness. When you think I'm not moving, I'm moving mountains behind the scenes. Sometimes the silence is where I grow your roots deeper, because blessings that come too quickly can fade just as fast. But what I build in the waiting, patience, wisdom, peace, resilience, no one can take away. Waiting isn't easy. I know how you watch others move forward while you stand still, and you start to wonder if I've passed you by. But hear me, your story is not behind. Your path is not delayed. I am writing it at the perfect pace. What I'm preparing for you is too precious to be rushed. I'm not just preparing it for you, I'm preparing you for it. The things you learn in this season, faith, humility, trust, are shaping you into someone who can carry the blessings I'm bringing. You ask me for open doors, but sometimes I keep them closed because I know what's on the other side isn't ready for you yet, or you're not ready for it. I don't withhold that as cruelty. I wait out of love. You see a closed door as a rejection, but I see it as protection. Every no from me is guarding you from something that would harm your spirit. Every delay is keeping you aligned with my purpose. Trust that if you don't have it yet, it's because I am preparing something better, or preparing you to receive it the right way. Do you remember the seed buried in the soil? It looks like nothing is happening, but underground, life is forming. Roots are growing strong before anything blooms above the surface. That's what waiting looks like. You can't see it, but growth is happening. The deeper the roots, the taller the tree will rise. So don't despise this season of silence. You are growing stronger in ways you can't yet see. One day, what I've planted in you will burst forth, and then you'll understand why the waiting was necessary. While you wait, don't lose heart, don't stop praying. Keep seeking me, not just for the answer, but for the closeness that comes in the asking. Sometimes what you receive in the waiting is more precious than what you were waiting for. My presence, my peace, my voice. Learn to see me not just as the God who gives answers, but as the God who is the answer. When your faith grows tired, let my promises be your anchor. When the days feel long, let gratitude be your song. There is beauty even here. You say, but God, I've waited so long, and I say, I know. But you've also grown stronger than you realize. You've learned to depend on me when nothing else makes sense. You've learned that faith is not about seeing results, but about trusting my heart. Every tear, every prayer, every sleepless night, I've seen it all. I'm not ignoring your pain. I'm investing it into your promise. What you think is stillness is actually me setting the stage for something beyond your imagination. My timing will make sense one day. The moment you see the full picture, you'll realize that every second of waiting had meaning. You'll say, if I had received it earlier, I wouldn't have been ready. And you'll thank me for the delays that once made you cry. I'm not asking you to enjoy waiting. I'm asking you to trust me in it. Trust that my silence is not indifference. It's love in motion. I'm working in ways that will make you say, only God could have done this. So, my beloved, breathe in hope again. The waiting season will not last forever. There's a time for everything, and your time will come. You will see the fruit of your faith. You will step into what I've prepared, and it will be worth every tear, every prayer, every day you held on when you wanted to give up. Until then, rest in me. Keep walking, keep trusting, keep believing. Your waiting is not wasted. It is the sacred space where miracles begin to grow. My precious child, I know there are moments when loneliness feels heavier than words can explain. You can be surrounded by people and still feel unseen. You can smile while your heart quietly aches. You can speak and still feel unheard. I see all of it. I see the nights when you lie awake wondering if anyone truly understands what you carry. I see the days when you keep moving but deep down you feel invisible. And I whisper to your heart, you are never alone. You have never walked a single step without me beside you. Before anyone spoke your name, I knew you. Before anyone saw your face, I formed it. Before you took your first breath, I breathed life into you. Every beat of your heart is a reminder of my presence within you. You are not alone in this life. You were created with divine purpose, wrapped in my eternal care. I don't come and go like people do. I don't grow tired of you. I am constant. My love doesn't fade when you fail, and my presence doesn't disappear when you're afraid. Even in your loneliest moments, I am closer than your own heartbeat. You often say, Lord, I can't feel you, but feelings are not the measure of my presence. You may not feel me, but I am here, steady, quiet, faithful. My presence is not always loud. Sometimes it's the peace that suddenly calms your heart, the strength that helps you rise again, the whisper that reminds you, keep going, you're not alone. When you sit in silence, thinking no one sees you, I am there, watching over you with love that never sleeps. I am in the sunlight that warms your face, in the gentle breeze that brushes your skin. In the moments of stillness that fill your spirit with unexplainable peace. That's me reminding you, I'm here. You see, my child, loneliness doesn't mean my absence. It means your heart is searching for deeper connection, and that connection begins with me. When you turn your attention toward me, even for a moment, heaven leans closer. You don't have to pray perfect words or speak out loud. Just whisper my name and I will fill the space around you. You will never call for me without finding me already waiting. I am not a distant God watching from above. I am Emmanuel, God with you. I walk beside you through every valley, every storm, every quiet night. You may not always see my footprints, but they're next to yours, guiding every step. I know you long for people to understand you, to truly see your heart. And while I place special souls in your life for love and companionship, remember, no human love can fill the space that belongs to me. I created that space so that no matter where life takes you, you would always seek me, find me, and rest in me. When others leave, I stay. When others forget, I remember. When others turn away, I draw near. My love does not depend on conditions. It simply is. Pure, endless, unchanging. There will be moments in life when I allow solitude not to punish you but to pull you closer. In stillness, your spirit becomes more aware of mine. In silence, you learn to hear my voice more clearly. I use those quiet seasons to remind you that my presence is not limited to churches, prayers, or songs. It is with you in the grocery store, at your work, in your car, in your pain, in your joy. You carry me everywhere you go. You are a living temple of my spirit. You don't have to find me. You only have to remember that I am already there. You say, Lord, I feel abandoned. And I say, my child, I will never leave you nor forsake you. You say, Lord, everyone has walked away. And I say, I remain. You say, Lord, I can't go on. And I answer, you can, because I am carrying you. When you fall, I don't turn away. I kneel beside you, lift your chin, and whisper, you are still mine. My love does not waver when you're weak. It grows stronger, wrapping around you like a blanket of mercy until you remember that you were never alone, not for a single breath. You are surrounded by my presence even when you can't perceive it. The angels guard your steps. My spirit fills the room you're in right now. You are living inside my promise, the promise that nothing can separate you from my love. Not distance, not silence, not fear, not failure. Wherever you go, I go. When you travel far, I'm already there waiting. When you return home, I'm there to welcome you. When you walk through darkness, I am the light ahead. When you can't stand, I am the arms that hold you. You have never been forgotten. You have always been held. So when loneliness tries to whisper lies into your heart, silence it with truth. I am not alone because God is with me. When fear tries to take over, remind yourself, His presence surrounds me like air, unseen, but always there. When you feel unseen, close your eyes and remember that I see you fully, love you completely, and understand you completely. I am not watching you from afar. I am living within you, filling every empty place with hope. My beloved, you will never walk a single path without my footsteps beside yours. You will never face a storm without my shelter above you. You will never cry a tear that I don't hold close to my heart. You will never face the night without the promise of my dawn. You are never alone, not yesterday, not today, not ever. I am here, your father, your friend, your healer, your peace. I am the voice that whispers love into your silence, the hand that lifts you when you fall, the presence that fills the emptiness you cannot explain. When everyone else fades, I remain. When everything else ends, my love continues. You are not walking through life by yourself. You are walking with me, and that will never change. So rest, my child. Let go of the fear of being alone. You are surrounded by my presence, covered by my mercy, held by my hand. Even when you can't see me, I am there, loving you, guiding you, carrying you home. Leave your amen in the comments and your like so that your life may be even more blessed.